Hello, hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here to do a weekly tarot and angel card reading for the week of May 11th through to May 17th. I hope that you had a wonderful Mother's Day and that you were able to access your mother's energy somewhere in the world. So you can subscribe to this channel if you would like to. You can like this if you like these, and comment if you have anything that you feel like might be valuable in helping me grow and change. So I can already tell that this is going to be an interesting week. We have COVID-19 still happening in the world. There have been some tragedies going on, so it's been very heavy. We're gonna still have a little bit of full moon energy happening. I have a lot of energy here with me present in the room, and I just did my full moon reading for the 7th, and same type of presence. So if you are a person who wants your own personal reading, you might find that that's helpful. They're $45 for a half an hour, or you can do a full hour for $60. You can go on to robinsealing.com and check out my services there as well. If you'd like some healing, we can combine sessions for you as well. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. If you go onto Facebook, you can like and share my stuff for a contest, and on Instagram, I'm trying to put some videos out on there as well to read some of the energy, or at least give you some information that way. Okay, so let's get on with our cards. So just calling in any energies that want to be present, any angels, any energies that are going to be helpful with light and love for the group for this week. Okay, I'm starting off with two cards here. My mind right away, I was feeling like just pulled in different directions. So there might be someone watching that has some anxiety and it gets stuck right around here, and there's too much energy going up in the head. So what I would recommend is going into like even just prayer position, similar to in yoga. We just put our hands up like this and just try to center and open up that heart space just a tiny bit more as you do a full moon ritual, or if you are feeling overwhelmed by something, just going into this energy. You might even find that that's helpful. Okay. So it's kind of like we're forced to slow down right now. We have Three of Cups, celebration. So glad that this card is coming up. So what's coming up is that I don't predict the future, even though I'm doing a weekly reading. I am literally just asking the universe to tell me what you guys need to know that will help you ground yourselves more. Okay, that's basically what I focus on is how can we let go of nervous tension? How can we let go of fixation? A lot of that stuff. So it kind of blends in with my other healing modalities that I offer. I'm now a yoga teacher, so yoga instructor, which is very exciting for me too. So I'm looking forward to sharing some videos on here with that. Okay, so as I said, slowing down and healing and growing. And I think it's important that we're able to switch our own vibration over when we're feeling negative. And so this card is telling us that to really be careful what you wish for, because if you're putting out energy that's not positive, then that's the energy that's going to come back to you. So without me creating fear for you, it's about creating more of a warning of when we go into the ego energy, when we go into our shadow side, our negative side, which we know is not positive, it's not therapeutic or healing. It's okay to question why you're doing that right now, because if you don't, if you want to feel pain, then there's an energy there that you must work through. Difficult times, right? Work through it. So I can help you with that. There are tons of other people out there that could help you with that. So it's just navigating back on your path if you're feeling a little bit off track, okay? The Lover's card, Angels of Commitment. All right, this is kind of talking about more of a tornado energy, where it's like we might have destructive patterns of behaviors, as I said, that ego energy, where we're like drifting over here and then we're drifting over there, and we want to fly an airplane, and then we want to just go to sleep, whatever it is. So this energy, that's the Lovers, is often we have a decision to make. So I even want to calm the energy down right now. And there's some self-harm energy that's coming up. And again, this is general. So, but it feels like when we have negative tendencies that are quite intense, then it's very destructive. You might not be hurting other people, but if you're hurting yourself, you're still doing a little bit of harm out there in society. And this came up in the full moon reading, so I highly recommend watching that if you haven't. There's this need to clear your energy field. I am waiting on sage right now, so I don't have any, but I'm selling smudge sprays for $5, just little mini ones. That might get you going. And I also sell protection stones, individual ones, and necklaces, bracelets, earrings, etc. But that's more to clear out the head. If you're struggling and you can't do meditation, you must ground yourself first. So work with anything you can do to cleanse and clear your energy field. Reiki is a great one. Getting outside is another great way. But if you're feeling a little bit like there's some self-harm and destructive energy this week, make sure that you are going back into your original energy. So always going back to, and that's where the spiritual energy is really coming up, the presence here. It's like always go back into that heart center. So you might feel like you need to do that like 6 times a day this week. So just remind yourself to do that, because at the end of the day, it's your needs come first. And so if we're this way, it doesn't mean that we're a bad person. It just might mean that we're not taking care of ourselves the way we really need to be. So just identify a little bit more with, is this my energy or someone else's? I have a cord cutting exercise underneath my talks. It's called like cord cutting with Michael, something like that. So check that out. There is this need to have more joy and more lighthearted energy. So if you're feeling like there's too much going on all at once, that panic energy, then again, place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, does this belong to me? You know, what can I learn from this experience? Because if we start looking at the learning and the growing, then you're going to find that you're able to balance those emotions a bit better. You're allowed to have fun, right? Because you are allowed to have fun. We're here on earth to experience challenge and obstacles, but also like the good that comes from digging and doing the deep, dark work, which is essentially that full moon work. So obviously that's coming up for people. We're going to pull up some angel cards for you guys. I get that feeling that when it comes to work, that there might be somebody who's worried about work. And I mean, work, it comes in all different forms, right? It might be finances, might be family related. So let's just ask where we can let go a little bit more, okay? Dragonfly, transformation, magic, and illusion. Well, that's really been coming up with what the full moon represents, is that transformation. And also that feeling of knowing that the universe does have our back. As I said, connecting back into the energy that's here, that love and heart space that you do have. This is saying that you might be the person that showers other people with gifts, and you're giving a lot of yourself. So this is saying that it's time to release the pain. Release the pain. If it's people not loving you enough, whatever it is, there's an energy there that needs to be out of your energy field, so you don't have to be distracted all the time, right? So you want to let go, and you want things to be light and gentle, right? Because often we secretly deep down choose the life that we're living, right? When we start to realize that, it's like, oh, it could make you feel depressed. But when you go through it all, once you experience it all and open up back to the natural state, you just feel so much happier. You see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? That's the spiritual growth that we all get to experience one form or another at a different time in our life. And I have a friend who I mentioned to her that to look up the dark night of the soul. And this is actually part of the awakening. journey. So you might want to look up the dark night of the soul, and that's a part of our awakening journey. It's us going through a really difficult time, but we need to. So just keep that in mind. I feel like pulling out different types of cards for the group where there is this panic energy. Okay, how can we heal from what we're experiencing? So this is what this deck looks like. I want to show you guys because I've had someone ask before. This is the other deck, a little hard to see. It feels like there's some really negative energy. There's someone on here who's just like, it doesn't have to mean that you're being negative towards me, but if you're negative towards yourself, as I said, like, it's not cool. It's not calming, right? It's not relaxing. So we want to be in that energy. So let's see what comes up here. Archangel Uriel, interesting that we were talking about archangels. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Very, very fitting. Okay, so this is talking about the need to release basically anger, as we've already been discussing. So that panic mode, the energy that we might want to escape from rather than focus on hope and focus on the angels and things like that, and focus on fun. So if you're having a hard time, if you're feeling stuck in your heart, you're feeling disconnected or out of sorts or separated from the people that you love, then we are all experiencing some form of difficulties right now, because that's what full moon energy really brings us. So focusing on your talents is most important right now, even though I said, yes, we're doing shadow work, but we still have to do other things, which is focus on, what you're here to learn. And that might have something to do with your finances as well. It might be that you are already equipped with all the tools. Now you just need to start learning how to use the tools. So going back into your background, crystals are going to be really helpful. It might be that you want to start selling crystals yourself, something like that, or cards, or whatever it is. I am going to be selling cards soon. Okay, one more card. Okay, working with these are the ones that I want it to be working with. They're just at the bottom of the pack, and they're already really, really speaking to me. So if you want to know what crystal I'm working with agate here. Agate's very great for positive energy, and I'm working with my yellow citron as well, which helps us with joy. So as I said, calming and joy. Okay, Ram. This is like, I'm here, teach me. Man, there's some work that needs to be done. And so counseling's coming up. Just counsel other people if you can. I just saw this bird come crashing down. So birds represent support. Yes, give support, get support. If you're in a good way, give others support. If you're not in a good way, get support. Either way, support is needed. If you're a healer, which I know somebody here is watching that is a healer, there's evidence that you are a healer for sure. It's just, as I said, get rid of any negative energy that's influencing you right now. We are going into some Mercury retrograde energy. That's when we need to back up computers, technology, things like that. So because we're going to be shifting into that, I will check the dates on that and do more updates on when Mercury retrograde is. But this is definitely a time where we need to make ourselves eat. We need to make ourselves do things, as I said, that are really important and for ourselves. So now it's not really a time to, just focus on silly little things. There's definitely some hard work digging involved. So do a guided meditation. As I said, watch my cord cutting. Watch the full moon video. It's going to be helpful. And sometimes you want to go back to the last weekly, go to the monthly, things like that. And again, keep following my stuff because I appreciate it. But I also think that the more information you can get, the better it will be, because it makes you feel more a part of something. Maybe doing the ritual with somebody else online will be helpful. Okay, take care and have a great day. Bye for now.